Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I'm so happy to have you with me for this live stream premiere. We are making my Grateful Heart slider box. It is Fall 3D Project Week, and last week was Thanksgiving week. I hope you've enjoyed the projects that I've been doing for the last week or so, and you will enjoy this one as well. We are making this really fun slider box. It holds mini Hershey bars, you know, the miniatures. And I have one of each, Mr. Good bar, Hershey chocolate, Hershey dark chocolate, and a crackle. And there's some fill in there. I'll show you when we fill our new one. We're using the Autumn Leaves bundle and the Garden Walk DSP. I love the colors in this, and I think it lends itself really well to fall. So let's go ahead and move these out of the way temporarily. Put our box in the corner. We're going to do a little scoring. That's going to be the first piece. Anytime we do a box, you guys know, scoreboard comes out. All right, so we're going to do the box first, and we are scoring this piece of 5.5 by 4 inches. And I've already put the score marks in it, but I'm going to walk you through it. So on the long side, we're going to score at 1 inch, 4.5 inches, and then you're going to turn it to the short side and you're going to do 1 inch and 3 inches. Okay, that's our basic box. We'll do our burnishing in a minute. Then we're going to make a wrap for the box. In other words, this piece wraps around the bottom box, and it's kind of like a belly band around it. And so to do this scoring, whenever you do your wrap, you need to do a little bit different dimensions. You need to add like a 1/16 of an inch to the end of your box measurement. You can't just measure how big it is around. This box is 1 inch, 1 inch, 2 inches, and 2 inches, but you can't measure 6 inches. It has to be a little bigger than that. We need a piece that's going to come under here that's going to wrap around and hold it. So you have to account for that. And then you need to account a 1/16 of an inch or so, or an 1/8 of an inch or so, for the piece to kind of work. So I wanted to do a 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch underneath as a wrap. And so I decided to go a 1/16 bigger at 11 1/16 to allow for all the score marks. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you what to do. Now we know the box is 1 by 2 inches. Okay, so we're going to score at the 1 inch mark, like that. Then we're going to take that mark and we're going to push it up against our side of our scoreboard, so that's right there in the corner. We're going to score at, at the 2 inch mark next. Okay, by pushing that in the corner, it forces it to already bend, and so you're going to get that nice score. And then you can do your next one at the 1 inch, and then the last one, you're going to butt it into that corner and give it a little burnish. Then you're going to do your 2 inch. And by doing that, that helps you get enough of a bend all the way around your box. All right, let's get the scoreboard out of the way. And we're going to use our bone folder. We're going to work on our box first. So we're going to go the 2 long sides, the 2 short sides. All right. And this box is a basic open top box. So when we cut this piece, we are going to cut on either side of the score mark, because I like to eliminate that bulk in there. We're going to pull that out, do the same on this side, and then we're going to rotate it to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so now we're going to do that on this side. Come in, and remove that little thick score mark, and one more. And we're going to go ahead and glue this together, and then we'll work on our belly band or wrap, box wrap. All right, so we're going to grab my silicone mat, and when we put this in here, you want to make sure that all your sides are even before you put any glue, that nothing's going to be sticking out, because sometimes we're a little off on our score marks, sometimes we're fine. This one seems to be good, so we're good to go. So what I'm going to do is put adhesive on these 4 tabs, of course, one at a time. And we'll attach that in. And you just want to make sure this is nice and straight right there, okay? Do the one next to it. And again, pull it up nice and straight. Next, you just work your way around until you have your box bottom. Now, we're going to punch with a 1/2 inch circle punch and put a little kind of rounded piece in there so you have something to pull on to pull the box out if you need to. Okay, here's our last piece. And adhere it. We're going to take our 1/2 inch circle punch and come right in here. We don't want to cut it that far down, but we want to raise it up a little, okay? And give it a little cut. That gives you something to put your finger on to pull it in and out, okay? All right, so now comes the wrap. We want to make sure that it fits around our box. This is the piece that's going to get the glue. So we're going to put that at the bottom or at the side or the bottom or wherever you want it to start. It could be up like so. You just want to make sure that this is going to fit and it's going to wrap nicely around your piece. I don't think I gave you the measurements. This wrap is 3 9/16 by 6 11/16. I know it sounds like a horrible number and you're all hating me right now, but I know that you can handle this. 11/16 is 1 tiny tick mark past 5/8, and 9/16 is 1 tiny tick mark past 1/2 inch. So you can do it. All right, and see how you have enough wiggle room around to slide your box in and out, but it's not loose all the way around your box. And that, pulling that piece to the corner and giving it that extra little score is what you need when you are making boxes like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere with the box on here. Just to make sure that the wrap holds nicely, I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on this little smaller piece, which is the part that gets the glue. And then we're going to bring this around. I'm just going to hold that in place for a minute and get it to set. Then I can go ahead and slide my box out or push it out. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my fingers in here and give it a nice press. All right, let's go ahead and adhere all of our DSP. Let's talk about the dimensions of our designer series paper. So I'm using the Garden Walk DSP, and my side pieces, I'm just putting it on the sides and on the top, not on the front of the back or the bottom. So the 2 side pieces, you're going to cut 2 of these. They're 7/8 inch by 3 3/8. And the top piece is 1 7/8 inch by 3 3/8. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add this to the top. This other side is rather pretty as well with this little floral print, right? I really like this Garden Walk DSP. I'm happy that I purchased it. I love the colors in there. And I like having a lot of variety. I always am at a loss when we get a brand new catalog when the annual comes out because we don't have any minis active. And I feel like I never have enough DSP because I'm so used to having all these different DSPs from a whole year's worth of catalog, right? So I'm in heaven right now because I've had the annual catalog DSP and now I have the holiday mini catalog DSP, so I'm doing pretty good on DSP. I love designer series paper or pattern paper because it just takes your projects to the next level. All right, let's lift that one up. We're going to do one on one side and one on the other. Again, nothing at the bottom. So that one goes on that side. And this one goes on this side. Let me just make sure. All right, I'm happy with that. Okay, and you can give it, you can kind of, before you put it together, you don't want to push it hard, but you can give it a burnish by pressing it down onto your table. All right, let's put our candies inside. I added some fill. Whoops, I just dropped a hole puncher, but that's okay. I bought this at my dollar store, the Dollar Tree. And you can get it at any dollar store that you are around. Just get whatever color works for you. I like getting the white and the craft colored because I feel like I use it the most and I get the most use out of it. At holiday time, I will try and buy some holiday colors, but I generally use for most of the year the craft and the white. All right, so we're gonna fill our little box, all these little springy pieces. They're fun, aren't they? And here's our miniatures. All right. So what I did was I started at the back and I laid the candies one in front of the other. Okay. Little by little like that. All right. And then I took either my scissors or my bone folder and I pushed in all the little springy pieces. And then we're going to slide the wrap onto our box. And when we do this, it's going to push our little chocolates down. But I need to move this one higher like that. Okay. It's going to give us some stability to our box when it's time to do the decorating up here, which is what we're going to do next, okay? All right. On to the decoration portion. Let's get this fill out of the way. All right, so I have cut from the dies of the autumn leaves. I have cut this little label, which we're going to stamp. I have cut this leaf right here in wild wheat. I've cut this leaf right here in pecan pie, one of the small ones in mossy meadow, one of the other one right here in also mossy meadow, and the little other one in wild wheat. So we have only one in pecan pie, 2 wild wheat, 2 mossy meadow. You can do your leaves any way you want. All right, so that's what we have. I'm gonna kind of just put them off here to the side underneath my logo there for you guys to see. We're gonna do our stamping first. So I'm gonna use Poppy Parade. I like it because it's a little brighter than Calypso. And when I'm stamping on Calypso, it works out really well. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp where it says today and every day. It says with a grateful heart, today and every day. So I'm going to do the today and every day first. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp this at the bottom of my tag. Hopefully I can see and stamp it good for you. I'm always afraid I'm going to get my head in camera. There we go. Let's clean that. And we're going to do with a grateful heart in parts. So let me show you the stamp set. And this is all one unit. But I stamped it with a grateful first and then the word heart. Okay? And that's what we're going to do this time. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you have right here with a grateful heart, it's all one piece. So we're just going to do the word heart and we're going to ink it up with the edge of our ink pad. And we're going to just make sure that we don't get anything else except for that word under the ink pad. And I'm angling it up so I can see real well. Hopefully you guys can see now that I'm showing it to you like that, okay? It's upside down, but it's there, okay? And we're going to stamp that right above the word and every day, and we'll put it right about there. And now we're going to clean our stamp. So there's the word heart. And then we're going to do the same thing, only we're going to stamp the with a grateful. I wanted it to fit on this label. I didn't want a long label. All right, so here comes this next one. So I'm going to miss the word heart, and I'm just going to get with a grateful. I'm going to put it up there. See how that's the only thing I've inked? All right, and let's move that out of the way. And then we're going to put this up here, right above, and it fits really nicely, I think. Just like that, okay? And if you think like that G, the loop on the G isn't dark enough, you can take your matching Stampin' Right marker and just go over gently, just don't push hard, okay, over that piece and darken it a little. No one will ever know that you pushed too light on it. All right, now we've done our stamping. Let's get to decorating. So as you can see here, these two leaves are back and laying down onto our base. So I'm going to put this piece here. I'm going to grab my green leaf and my yellow. That one's going to go there, and the other one's going to go on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on the back because it is going to be attached onto the actual box flat. Grab my tweezers. Look, I have them, my scissors in between. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and lift that up and lay it on our box and go ahead and get that to adhere. This is why I wanted to put the candy inside, so I had something to press on. I'm gonna leave that right there so that we can see how it looks, where it's peeking out from. And we're gonna go ahead and put the adhesive on our Mossy Meadow leaf. So the wild wheat is down, and we're gonna do the Mossy Meadow. All right. And we'll put it on the other side, okay? So this one's gonna go like so. And it's kind of angled a little higher than the other one, okay? Like that. And I'm pushing it down onto my card. That's what it's gonna look like. So far, so good? I think so. All right, so these two leaves are attached to the edge of the tag. So I'm going to put a little bit of wet adhesive in the corner of my tag on both sides, okay? And I'm going to just press that just into the corner and have it stick up and do the same thing here. All right, so now this is one unit. We're also going to attach this leaf, and it's going to tuck under the yellow one. Remember, there's only glue in the corner, so I can easily tuck it in. And this one is going to kind of live right here above the word with a grateful. So I'm just going to put on the tips, and then we'll use some dimensionals for the rest of our glue. I'm going to actually lift this up and tuck that leaf piece under there. I don't want it to cover up my words, but I do want it to adhere, okay? Now we're going to use dimensionals, and that will give us our finish. So we're gonna put some dimensionals on our tag, and then we're going to put some on our leaf, one right there. And I think I'm gonna use minis for the rest. This point will get some. That part sticks out, so we're not going to put any there. And the back end of the yellow one will get some, but not the point. And of course, the brown leaf needs some. It's completely on there. I'm going to put a mini in the middle there so I can have some nice piece. And then I'm going to put one more right here, kind of in that little gully. I'm happy with that. Before I take them off, I'm just going to make sure that it's all stable, and I'm happy, and I am. All right, let's get these dimensionals out of my way. We're going to take our Take Your Pick tool, and we are going to pull the backs off one piece at a time. All right, we got our label. Let's finish our leaves. All right. Let's go ahead. And by having some on the label and like popped up and some on the box, we get a lot of really beautiful dimension when we attach this onto our project. And I think it's really, really beautiful. What do you guys think? I like it a lot. And then inside, you have your cute little candy bars, right? This is a great fall project. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching me put it together. If you have any questions, I hope that you drop them in the comments. I will be talking to you in there as well. I did this as a premiere, live premiere, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you missed the project on Sunday, my Ghirardelli Square Matchbook, don't miss out. It is a cool one. And of course, last week, if you missed any of the projects, check those out. I had 3 as well. If you are interested in the membership, I have that available for $7.99 a month, less than a Starbucks coffee. And you can get 8 video tutorials a month and a Facebook group that you will have challenges in. So thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, share my video. You can pin it to Pinterest. You can share it with your friends. You can click the share button and, you know, you can send it any way you want. You can send it in a text message. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!